Jöregelt kívánok, hogy vagy, jó? Start of start of another day, start of my last day here in Fort Myers, Florida, and mm, that's good. I reached for my morning coffee cup this morning, and I thought, last day I've got to do the dad, got to do the dad coffee cup. I've over the years thinking of dad. Over the years, I've gone back and forth with my thoughts as far as having a child, and never had any children. And there were some years that I did want some children, but as I've gotten older, and I see the just the tremendous responsibility that children bring with them, and I'm sure, having never been a parent, I can't really speak to the reward and what have you get from children. But having a child comes with one thing that I do know is having a child comes with no guarantees. You have a child, and they may bring you all the joy and wonderful emotions and everything when they're little kids, you know. But then they grow into adolescence, and and that can be a real challenge. And then they grow into adults, you know. You just never know. You just never know what you're gonna get. But it's a but then on the flip side of that, on the flip side of that, I'm sure that children bring a lot of joy to people. And I think about my father, for example. My father, boy, what would his life have been like without kids? Uh, my father had a family just adored him to death. You know, literally. I mean, they adored him right to death. He was surrounded. I don't know if there's such a thing as like a hallmark passing. Yeah. But my father, when my father passed away, you couldn't have scripted it any differently. I mean, it was like something out of a Hallmark movie or something when my father passed away, surrounded by just about almost all of his children. But anyway, so today's the last day. I get into Boise tonight at 10:45, almost 11 o'clock. If anybody wants to greet me, if anybody out there wants to greet me, I'll be getting in at about 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock in Boise. And I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I'm going to get a hotel or not. I mean, 11 o'clock at night, waking up at 5 or 6 in the morning or whatever it is. You got to wonder, do I even need a hotel, or do I just kind of crash in my truck or something like that? I don't know. Time will tell, right? Time will tell. But boy, as I was waking up this morning, I was thinking to myself, I needed this little rest from the traveling. That whole legal thing that I was dealing with just really knocked me on my ass. It I didn't let on, so to speak, in my videos to the extent that was challenging me. But like many things in life, things happen for a reason. And when things that happen that aren't so don't look so good, or don't seem so good, oftentimes those are the things that end up having the biggest result. or the biggest, the greatest impact, or the best impact, whatever you want to say it. I'm struggling with my thoughts today because they're just all over the place. But anyway, so I'm gonna get into Boise, and I gotta be quite honest with you. You know, it's gonna be kind of one of these things. You know, which way is the wind blowing when I get into Boise? But when I arrive, right now I'm leaning in the direction. I'm leaning in the direction of going north up into the Grand Tetons and Jackson and Wyoming or Yellowstone. That's the way that I'm leaning towards. You know, there's all types of national forest up there, and you know, boondocking. So that is, as of right now, that's the way I'm leaning. And then I'm also leaning towards going up into Canada, up out of say Michigan or Wisconsin, going up into Canada, and then just doing the trip, just taking the trip all the way over through Quebec and down into Vermont and New Hampshire. But anyway, what else is on my mind? You know, there's not too much. I've been thinking about the whole video thing. You know, Skip will always give me a hard time that I've got like 13,000 subscribers. And when I go live, I might have 10 or 15 people watching and what have you. And, you know, it's an interesting thing it's an interesting thing to think about. You know, my best guess is I've been doing videos for so long. I've been doing videos for so long now. I don't even know how many thousands of videos I must have out there on the internet related to different things. But you know, having so many videos, it's just inevitable that you're going to build up your subscribers. And I think more times than not, when people subscribe to a channel, they don't necessarily activate the alerts. So I may have people subscribing to my videos every day, but they're not activating the alerts, so they don't necessarily know when I go live. And then the fact that oftentimes I will upload a video such as I'm doing now, and then make it unlisted, you know, within a day or two after doing so. Those people that, you know, aren't getting alerts or whatever, they're not getting the emails of my morning thought videos. But anyway, you know, at the end of the day, when you think about doing these videos, you can say what you will, you know, say what you will about videos, but yesterday YouTube deposited a check into my checking account for $650, you know, which it's nothing to sneeze at. $650 a month. I mean, that pays my homeowner dues here. You know, if you think about that, $650 a month takes care of my homeowner due. And what is that a year? That would be about 6,500 over 10 months, and then another 2,000. So you're looking at you know, well over $8,000 a year passive income that's coming in. So, you know, who can sneeze at that? And that's gradually going you know, that's gradually going up. You know, it'd be nice to reach the point where you have be nice to reach a point where you have several thousand dollars coming in a month. But I don't anticipate that anytime soon, if ever. But the other thing about doing videos is, you know, I've just spent 2 wonderful days with 2 wonderful people, and I met them through YouTube. You know, I met Skip and Sue through doing YouTube, and I've met, you know, a lot of other wonderful people through YouTube or by doing videos. So it's it is what it is when it comes to doing videos. I don't, quite honestly, I just don't put a lot of effort into it. Yeah, I really don't. I really don't put a lot of effort. It doesn't take a whole hell of a lot of effort to stand here in the morning in my bathroom and just share my thoughts. That doesn't take really any effort at all. As far as doing the travel videos, it's fun. It's fun. The walk and talk videos, the engaging people, it's fun, and it's really no effort at all. So anyway, with all that being said, let's do the question of the day. Alexa, what's the question of the day?
Welcome back. Here is today's question of the day. The topic is general knowledge. It is worth 1 point.
General knowledge.
Which
I'm good at
emergency
that.
medical term comes from the French word meaning to sort or to separate? Choose from the following: A. Bourgeois, B. Trimester, C. Triage, or D. Capillary.
What is triage?
Nicely done. You have earned your 6th general knowledge badge and 1 point. The term triage refers to the sorting of injured or sick people according to their need for emergency medical attention. This could mean
Alexa,
an
stop.
emergency room. Your play streak is at 2 days.
What's the weather in Jackson, Wyoming?
In Jackson, Wyoming, it's 54 degrees Fahrenheit with clear
54,
skies.
clear skies.
Today, you can look for partly sunny weather with a high of 77 degrees and a low of 43 degrees.
High of 77, low of 43. You see? I mean, what more could a guy ask for? High of 77, low of 43. You know, no rain, no humidity, just, oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, that's about it. I saw somebody was leaving some comments on my video. Maybe I can pull those up and see what they were. Maybe I can. Let's see here. What are the folks saying here? Exactly. You were right about children. Actually caught a live once for Good Morning, Tom. Good morning. Good morning, Brock. Have a nice trip. Thank you. But, the other thing that I didn't mention about having children is, it's a, boy, if you have a child, even if I met somebody, at this age, not that I would, but even if I met somebody that wanted to have a child, the risk, not the risk, I guess the chance of having a child with a, with a handicap or such as autism or something like that, boy, I mean, it's just what a challenge that would bring somebody in their life. But anyway, all right, folks, we'll do one high hope, and it's find your heritage. It lies in the stories of your family and your tribe, but look beyond the stories for the truth. Many were imperfect when handed down or were pure fabrications. You may choose how heritage influences you, but it will explain many things. And the quote from Henry David Thoreau: commonly men will only be brave as their father were brave or timid. So anyway, all right, folks, have a great day. Take good care.